When I went to bed last night, it was a little challenging for me because I was feeling a lot of energy, and I am very in touch with energy, and everything about our lives, our world is all energy. And I knew something was going on that I couldn't quite put my finger on. And then when I got up this morning, I started to see several events that had happened in our world. We have the wars that are continuing on, but then we also had another mass shooting here in the US. And that again is energy. We all have it and we all inject it into our world, and that's what creates what's going on. But see, it's also within us. And unless we move through the limitations or restrictions that exist within us, we don't create better lives and we don't create a better world. And after I had this kind of revelation this morning, I get up and I do my message, and the message was very clear. It says, "You can't stay where you are." Now, see, that message came through 3 years ago on this date. And I receive information precognitively, as I've said, and it's how I've healed my entire life. It's how I've done everything throughout my life. But there was this other part of me that said, I'm not going to talk about it. I'm not going to tell people because they're just not going to get it. Now, I began this 3 years ago, well, 2 years ago, when I put out my program. And if you go to my YouTube channel, there's a video right there with people saying what happened for them as a result of doing this work. And these people only did like 31 days, and it changed their lives. But I'm still going through, wait a minute, I'm not sure, because see, it came to me differently than many other coaches or mentors or whatever, because I downloaded it all. It was all intuitive, but I wrote it all. There's something quite different when you write things down. There's a connection that happens that you get to understand who you are. And that's what I've been doing. But there's also another part of me of being an introvert. And that's just my part of my personality type. So I don't go out and really spread the word, and I'm not a marketer. I don't do that. I have to have other people doing it. But then what I do is I self-sabotage, like many of us do, because we don't accept who we are. We can't get to that next step, which is raising our consciousness. That's all that it is. Every single human does it the same way. And when we do that, then we can give information and wisdom and knowledge to others, unless if we hold back. And then what happened after that, I come to Facebook and I see a memory that came up that showed me a channeling session that I had done on October 30th of 2021. And in that channeling session, everything came through again. And everything that would tell you, you could hear it and listen to everything that is happening in our world now. I knew and it was coming through, but we don't accept things unless we can see it right in front of us sometimes. And I go through that as well. And that's why it was always challenging for me to give people this information, even though I'm showing the results of what it has done for me. And I have a friggin' video on my channel that is from these people talking about what it did, that they've never done anything like that. And that's what the problem was, because it's new. What I brought through is different than anything that's out there. And that was challenging. But I also know that I can no longer do that because, see, I did something else. I screwed up my money so badly because I would never charge enough. Everybody else is charging thousands of dollars. I was meeting with marketers and people who wanted to represent me for the last 2.5 years. And they kept saying me, Roger, you should be charging something different. I'm going, no, I can't do that. Underneath that, I knew it was a form of self-sabotage, because if I didn't put the value of what it really was, how it could transform someone's life, then you won't do it. And I can stay hidden. I talked about me being the reluctant mystic, and I recorded something earlier today because I really had to come to this awareness. I can no longer do that. I can no longer be that person because I care too much about people. I love people so much, and I care about our world. And I know that this work could change the world. That sounds really insane, except I can see how many people have done it, and they're doing great things. And the only thing that I didn't do was own who I was, which is what for all of us is to be able to say, this is me, and this is what I'm doing, and this is what I'm going to leave with the world. But the reason I said, please listen before Saturday is because I'm doing another channeling session this coming Saturday. It's going to be a powerful one because we have this full moon. If we don't understand energies and how that is affecting our lives, the world, and all the events, then we are stay a little bit lost. I'm not saying that we need to study the stars or astrology or anything like that, but we just have to understand everything is energy, and everything within us is energy, and we can create our lives and contribute to the world when we choose to move into higher states of vibration within us. That's all that it ever is. And that's what I'm doing. But what I'm saying is I want you to hear this particular session that was done on October 30th, 2021, because it will give you so much greater sense of awareness and understanding. And you'll also hear what this work is about. But again, we have to move into ownership and loving who we are as individuals. That's how we change the world. There's no other way. See you soon.